Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to the Ohana. Thank you for joining me. This is so unusual. I normally do not have days off in the middle of the week where I can just sit. And I thought, well, I would just do it live, facing some fears, doing this on my own. And I always have my buddies Melanie and Mona and Deb in here. Hello, 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 Lori. And let's see, Jim. Nice to see you, Jim. We're going to be sewing a little later on in Discord. And Sherry, thank you for coming in. Joyce, hi, Joyce. And we are, if I miss anybody coming in a little later, I'm sorry. Hi, Aisha. Thank you for joining. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Jessica. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Sometimes I do speak a little quiet. I will try not to use my radio voice today since Deb is not in here with me. But thank you for coming in, everybody. So, one of my biggest fears is going on. Sherry, you're in Georgia. What part of Georgia? One of my biggest fears is actually going on a live by myself. I'm a little bit of an introvert, so it's very difficult for me. I feed off of people, but I'm kind of boring, so I don't talk to myself, so it's really difficult sometimes. But close to Savannah. Sherry, you are close to Jessica. Hi, Amanda. How are you? First time catching me? Well, I appreciate you being in here. So I have my wonderful moderators. They are the ones in blue. They can answer some questions for you. And let me just go ahead and do this real quick and see if I can get Nightbot to come on. It does drop my Discord page. So I just figured I wanted to share a little bit of what I do when I am not quilting. Hi, Jess. Hi, Donna. Thank you for coming in. We do have the shells game. Go ahead and play some shells. Do your heist. Hopefully, everything is working well. Hi, Sherry. How are you? So, I quilt most of the time when I have those spare minutes in the morning to work on anything. It's generally quilting related. But sometimes I just need a break. Hi, Joe. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Sometimes I just need a break and I want to do something a little different. We do have a Discord channel. I have a Discord channel. Mona has a Discord channel. It kind of intersects, and so does Sherry. It intersects a little. We started our summer mystery scrappy quilt challenge. If anybody wants to join in, the Discord link should pop up and it will run the month of July and August. And what it is just a way for you to go outside of your comfort zone, learn something new, and um, create something on your own. So let me see something really quick. There may be a little bit of a lag. All the kids are home, not my kids, but all the kids are home. They're out of school, so they kind of drain the resources all around you. So one of the things I do is I like to get in my sewing room like all of you do and just play around with fabric. And I have a lot of scrap fabric that I've used in a quilt once or twice. I've used in a project once or twice. And I've been working on this, and I actually shared it. I'm going to show you the evolution of my mind. Um, and so I was working on a project, and I'm almost embarrassed to show it. I was working on a project, and this is a little reversible bag. It's kind of flimsy. It's a little big, but we love that fabric. I love frogs, and I bought a lot of it, thinking, "Hi, yo, Patty, how are you?" Again, if I miss you, somebody coming in, I am so sorry. Just one shows. That's a rare thing. So I made this little bag, and there's lint in it, and I was just playing around. Totally reversible. There was not a pattern for it. Just took some fabric. Then it evolved to this, which is a smaller size, not so flimsy, still reversible. And this is what I was working on this morning because I like to keep doing things, and it's not totally. Who miss Deb? Sure, she missed me. I'm sorry, Deb. Did I miss you? It's all nerves for me. It's just all nerves for me. And so I came up. This is my third one. Now I've got one more to do. Yeah, anytime the kids are home, our Wi-Fi is terrible. So this is the third one that I'm gonna make. I made this morning, and I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna finish it up. And this is the third bag. Like I said, it's totally reversible. And what I was thinking of doing was making Halloween bags and little gift bags, which is the purpose of it. It's little where you can use it for gift giving or anything else. It's sturdy. It does stand up on its own, and it is pleated, and it comes with little handles. So you could put for your teachers, you can put a little cup or little goodie in there with a little bar. It is made out of two. You love the built-in handles. So it's made out of two fat quarters. But out of the fat quarters, because we don't want to waste fabric, and I've cut this out, you can actually make a 8x10. You'll get an 8x10 piece of fabric where you can make a mug rug, and you can make a coaster to go with it. So it's just a cute little bag for it. And this is what I do on my time off when I don't want to sew. I just go in there and make things. And some of it I end up scrapping for scraps. So what I'm actually going to do while I just have a conversation. Donna, you've been playing around with hanging kitchen towel toppers. That's cute. I want to see a picture of it. Post it in Discord. Yeah, Joe, gift bags are great to have on hand. The handle needs to be perfected a little bit as far. It's okay. It's okay. And when I get it done, I'm actually going to make a video on how to make the bag. It's super, super simple. Like I said, it took two fat quarters. It's totally reversible. So you could do a spring and fall. You could do a little teacher's gift. Show towels. I love hanging. That's what Mona said. So I'm just going to have a conversation with you while I make my coaster. And this coaster, if you haven't seen before, is actually, it looks, oh, I'm not going to show you that because it's a little dirty. I've had it for a long time. I could use boning in the handle, but I wanted to keep it really just flat and simple to use and no fuss. It stays up really well. And hi, Regina, thank you for joining. It stays up really well, and there is structure to it. And I'll show you how I do it if on a video, because it's a little long and there's a few steps to it. So I'm actually going to make a coaster while I talk to you because I've got nothing better to do. So Regina, how are you doing? Are you going to be able to sew with us on Discord? Now for my coaster, it's 5 inches. I actually cut 2 of the top fabrics from that quarter and 2 of the back fabrics. It will the reversible side of the fabric. So 2 from each. They're 5-inch squares. And we're going to sew this up. So what I've done with 2 of the squares that I decided to showcase is I've just simply taken the square, folded it in half. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Nikki. How are you? Take it in half, and I ironed it down. Really, really simple. Then I just pinned it to the corners on opposite sides. And I'm going to do this to this one. And I'm just going to stick a pin in it to hold it in place. And then I'm going to take a small 1/8-inch seam all the way around that. And forgive me if I'm not looking at the chat while I sew this. We're just going to do a little 1/8-inch seam. And I do have my stitch length popped down to 1.8. And at this point, I'm just trying to hold it together. I just want everything to stay nice and tidy. And last side. So I've sewed all around the edges with, actually, it's not even 1/8 of an inch. It's probably a 16th. So I'm going to take this and I am simply going to fold up and go around the corner to make a little crease all the way down. Let me get my iron on. So all I'm doing is folding it up about 1/2 inch, if you can see that, so that you can see that bottom fabric peeking through. And very carefully, I'm going to sew that seam all the way down. And I am not back stitching on this. And I'm just going to go gently around that curve, holding it, making sure that I catch that fold in place. And I'm just using my stiletto to grab it. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Just folding it down, grabbing that corner. And this is, I'm making it this way because I wanted something just a little more than your standard fold it together, sew it together. So it ends up looking like this. You're going to give it a good press. Good press. Hi, Giovanna. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hi, Leanna. Okay, so then I'm just going to sew it together like a normal coaster, right sides facing up. I did cut a 4.5-inch piece of batting, right sides facing up with the batting on the top. So it is your two sides facing together, your front sides facing together, and the batting on the top. And then you're just going to stitch around that, but you do want to make certain that you leave a little place to turn it. So I'm just going to mark it because sometimes I forget. And you're going to take a 1/4-inch seam all around. You will want to do a little back tack on it to keep everything in place when you turn it. Making sure that all the seams stay nice together, or the edges stay nice together. And let's go around. Pop that pin out. And then I just want to clip around the edges, but not clipping the seam or that stitch that you just made. Hi, Melissa. And right there where the opening is, go ahead and just clip up into the opening. But before you hit that seam. And that will just make it lie nice and flat when you have to sew everything together. And I don't know about you all, but when I am home, my sewing room is a mess. When I'm actually have a sew day, my sewing room is a mess. It's like my sewing room is normally clean and neat while I'm working during the day. But the day that I'm off and I'm just playing, I have threads all over the place. So I'm just turning this out. I have threads all over the place. Now I'm going to get my little chopstick and really pop out those edges and get those seams all turned out. And I can't say that I feel like Deb right now that I lose that I'm just yes, I shed thread. Huh. You know, my it's kind of a mess, especially when I'm not piece sewing for quilt blocks. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. And then I'm just gonna kind of tuck where I cut in. Nice, so it's nice and straight. Now I try to get that fabric over that batting. And then I'm just going to give it a good little iron out. I'm going to press this nice and flat. All right, Deb and Mona, I must say I like it better when one of you all or both of you all are on with me. I feel like the voices in my head are talking. So y'all must be explaining the shells game. And then, so I pressed it out, and then I am just going to top stitch around the whole thing. And I normally pop a little piece of fabric to help push it through, but I'm using this, my stiletto. And it's so hot. You know, I keep thinking of Donna, handmade Being by Donna, where she keeps saying, dead air, dead air. Okay, so just clean that up a little. Take my pen out. Cut these threads. All right, so I have my little coaster, cute little coaster, to pop in my little gift bag. And come on here. Oh, who is somebody said something about ads. Yeah. Yeah, Barry is doing absolutely, I mean, well, his channel was big before he even started quilting. And then he just has a whole bunch of followers, and I'm so excited for him. He really, really has this quilting bug. I mean, 6 months in, and he has the sewing room, the long arm, everything. He is just doing fabulous. He is doing fabulous. And I think that, thanks, Jess. I think that it was on, well, I know it was on William and Jess's channel that, and I'm going to 100% agree with her, which was Jess mentioned that she does not understand how, and I might not be getting this right, how some channels can have the same content and they have like a gazillion subscribers, and you do the same content and it's like your channel grows at a snail's pace, but she's in it because she enjoys it. I feel the same way. I don't do very many lives. I by myself. Hi, Rita. Is it illegal to want to hang your uh so, but I agree with Jess that sometimes you there's no saying. There is just no saying or telling why things do it. I'm just going to go ahead and do my little mug rug too. I do put a little glue down, and I did, was that right? Oh, wrong way. Sorry. I do put a little glue down. That's what I get for talking, trying to read and doing more things. That's right, Jess. Fun in relationships. And do you know that I have made, as an introvert who works at home, who does not like getting out of the house very much, I have met the most incredible, incredible people just from having this channel, and then having the Discord channel where you can make, excuse me, where you can make all those connections and have these. I mean, I enjoy the the women and Jim that I sew with, and the people that attend the lives on Sunday mornings. I enjoy everybody. I enjoy the community, and you know, it is what it is. I'm old enough where my dream was not to become a YouTube influencer or Instagram influencer or anything. But I don't understand. Which reminds me, if anybody watches this in the future, if you happen to turn it on, you watch it in the future, give my, y'all drop your links first of all, but give please follow my sis Deb. She has the best content. She is very creative. She has a wonderful giggle. She's got nothing but love for people. There are many creators on here who are trying to grow their channel. Love, always like and comment if you can. I'm so bad I started out the year saying I was going to comment on everybody's lives, and I didn't. And oh, I noticed that So Terry isn't that far from 1,000 subscribers. So if you don't know So Terry, she is very, very creative too. She has a channel. She does not do lives, but she does do videos. She showed how to do the dress a girl dresses that she's doing, how to sew those patterns. Sewing machine is saying, slow down, slow down. And tomorrow, Joe is going to be live. Vintage Style by Joe is going to be live at 10. 4th of July is not stopping them. Mona will be live at 1 o'clock. She's doing lives on Fridays at 1 Eastern Time during the month of July. I do not know about August. That always depends on her schedule. I keep getting kicked out every time. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, the other day, good morning, Terry. The other day, I was in YouTube and I was setting up for the month of July, the morning lives, and I was setting up for the month of July. And you have to go and do, we use Talk Studio or Streamlabs, and then you have to go on the YouTube side and complete the setup for that. And I noticed that where we could, when we do the ads, you could do it very low so that there's hardly any, that there are no mid rows or anything, and you don't have that option anymore. It used to be that we could do it on a very conservative setting, and YouTube does not allow you that option. Hi, Katie. Katie Crafts. Okay, so I'm sorry about the ads. That is out of our control. YouTube is trying to promote more things that has more ads, more everything in it. I know, Joe, I couldn't remove the commercials either. It used to be that I could set it for very, very conservative, which generally meant you had your ad in the beginning of the live, before it went live, and at the end of the live. And it doesn't allow you that anymore. They determine where they're going to put the ads. And so I have it set at the very lowest setting because I'm not concerned about ad revenue. I have it set at the very lowest setting, but they determine how they're going to do it. He goes black and white and kicks it. It happened. I think it was happening to Jim, and was it Dom who was having that issue? All right, so I am making my little mug rug. Nothing fancy. You could always put something fancy on it if you want to, but I'm keeping it to 2 fat quarters. Okay, and so I'm going to just kind of put this down a little. And this is how I do my mug rugs, which so what I normally do for my really quick mug rugs, I just go around the edges, take a stitch around the edges. And you want it to be neat, but these get dirty, they get thrown in the wash, and eventually people that you gift it to will throw it away. A little back tack, when I'm done, go forward, turn it around, and eyeball it. It's just going to get one big X. Put my locking stitch in there. There's your press. And there you go. Got my little nothing fancy mug rug. Got my little coaster, all to go in my little gift bag. I'm actually thinking about, I'm going to try it out, but I'm actually thinking about going out to the fabric store this weekend and seeing if I can get some school related fabric or something nice. My grandkids, my daughter decided that the kids have been homeschooled all this time, and they are actually getting enrolled in school. Terry, I used to use DuckDuckGo to block ads, and it doesn't do it anymore. What does the word print? Oh, Regina, it says this is farm things. So it says farm fresh, rise and shine, garden vegetables, land, flowers, just a whole bunch of farm related things. It has little chickens and barns, and um I guess this one has sheep and a truck. That's the cutest little fabric. But what happened um is that I didn't only got a fat quarter of this in a fat quarter bundle, and I couldn't really use it in the project that I was making. So I always have leftover fat quarters. You know how when you get the fat quarters and you pull them out, some of them out because it doesn't seem like it goes with the rest of the line. So, but with two fat quarters, you can get this, two fat quarters and some extra batting. You can make a little bag, a little gift bag, a coaster, and a mug rug, all for a gift. So, guess what some people at work are going to get this year? Oh, so thank you, Nikki. Nikki. So it's cute little farm fabric. I really want to use my frog fabric. So I am going to make it in this size with the farm fabric. Thanks, Deb. You're always so sweet to me. So I made this morning. It goes faster once you figure out what you're doing and after you've made like a gazillion mistakes. I still have to just work on this portion a little, but everything is all inclusive. So I'll put it right there because I'm rather proud of that. And I showed it to my husband. Thanks, Lori. I showed it to my husband this morning while I was showing all of it. And he's like, uh-huh. And I said, you can say, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, what a good idea. And he says, that's your thing. That's your thing right there. And I said, and that's why I'm on with always on Discord or something, or always texting to Mona and Deb. I said, because I need encouragement. I need encouragement, you know. I need to say, hey, you're on the right track, or even just say something like, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen, and you should not make that anymore. Yes, Terry, we encourage each other. That's why I love this community so much. I just love, love, love this community so much. And um, other channels, thanks, Giovanna. Hi, Andrea. I've been here since the beginning, but working on testing my next pattern. Another quote of Allen pattern that I'm hoping to release this weekend. Well, good for you. Oh, Deb, you love all the things. Now you should see some of the things I make, and some of the things I create when I'm in here. It's nothing good because I'm not really a sewist of anything else. I don't really create other things outside of quilting. Now, I do like to free motion quilt, and sometimes I will just go ahead and get some fabric and quilt on either George. Oh, Katie said we were really good at oohing nong. Um, I know. So, Melissa, and I've used some of it. I've used some of it. But I was telling them on Discord that look how much of it I bought. This was a so yeah. This was a so yeah buy. And I don't know what I was thinking, telling myself I needed 5 yards of frogs. Now I like frogs. I really like frogs. But 5 yards of this, I was like, oh my gosh, when it came in, my husband just looked at me and it came in like 2 years ago. And I think I used some of it for an I Spy quilt that had a whole bunch of animals on it, and I used it for that. But I still had so much of because I'm a compulsive shopper. I have FOMO shopping. Y'all know about that FOMO shopping. Um, yeah, the frogs. I 5 yards of frogs, and you it was a 5 yards, 5 yards of frogs in it. But when I made the first bag, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why I bought it. I was psychic. I knew I I knew that this I was gonna make this in the future, so I got 5 yards. Andrew said, oh man, my daughter loves frogs too. One time she was visiting, and when we hitchhiked home with her and she kept it as a pet, my kids, my grandkids would too. But my daughter doesn't like frogs as much as I do. So I am going to make another one of these. Um, I'm going to try, I think I'm going to try and make several of them when the grandkids come. They were supposed to come tomorrow. They're not. Daughter's working this weekend. I'm going to make a couple and test it on them. I have some boy fabric and got some fabric for the frog is going to be for my granddaughter who likes all things gooey and ooey. And Mona said a frog beach bag. Well, I don't go to the beach. Andrea, so this is the thing is sometimes I think about making things and selling them, but then it would not be mental health anymore, right? So we also, for a lot of different reasons, some of it is for income, some of them is because you are very, very, very good at your craft and people just want, um, yes, Melissa, except I don't bake or cook. I do the bare minimum in the kitchen, bare minimum. Um, so I don't even remember what I was talking about. I was saying all I heard was cook, and it's like, no, I stay away. I stay away from it. Oh, I know what I was saying. So some people are very talented and they can sell their products and they're very comfortable selling your products. When I never started quilting, I never started the channel or anything with the intention of making an income from it. And y'all, unless you have like 10,000 subscribers, you're not going to make much money off of YouTube. And I do not want the stress of a deadline, of making things and having a deadline. I just don't. I don't want it. Regina says, I have 3 kids. One buys me fabric. One tells me great things of what I create. The other wants to come in and donate all my stash. You don't make much with, oh, that's true, Mona, from what you told me. So you don't make much from that. I'm going to take this off. Hold on 1 second. Let me hide that on screen and take that off. So I do mostly charity quilting. I like giving things for charity. It keeps me busy. This is my mental health getaway. And I like the idea that if something doesn't come out so perfect, that some child or some elderly person or someone somewhere is still going to enjoy it. And so it gets some use. I get some mental health from it, and then um, the let me take that off. I get some mental health benefits, and somebody gets a beautiful quote at the end. Um, yes. So I don't know if I would ever sell anything. I think about it sometimes, and I do not want the responsibility of that. And just as I just looked, the fabric, she would. Where did you get it? If you said, I apologize. Captions. So, are you talking about the this frog fabric, Andrea? I purchased it from So Yeah. It was one of their 5 yard bundles that they had on a Saturday night, and it is a Benertex. Oh, look, it's called Totally Cool Stripe. Totally, like in TOAD. Totally Cool Stripe. And it is by Greta Lynn for Canvas Designs. I don't know if they still sell some. You probably could find some in Etsy. I don't know. Nikki said my flowers are my anti-stress. I get stressed out when I cut wrong or sew. Yeah. I don't stress out too much if I make a mistake while I'm quilting. It's because I like to be creative, and as most of you know, I'm not very good with patterns. I don't use patterns very much. I don't purchase many patterns. I like to just go in there and find a block and create a quilt around a block. Mona said, I must have known you then, or I would have farted. So you must not have known me then, or you would have had 5 yards too. So this is the thing is, you know how people do competitive betting, like they go to the casinos or stuff. Well, I think Mona and I used, and Deb tried, but So Yeah was not kind to her. Deb tried, but Mona and I would get on So Yeah, and we actually would text each other and tell each other that So Yeah was on, or are you on So Yeah? And we get a fabric, we see a fabric, and she would buy it, and then I would turn around and buy it, or I would buy it and she would turn around and buy it. And there was one time where they had art gallery fabric, and we were just like buying, because we had no self control. We were just compulsively buying. What? Do you want to come and say hi to everybody? Come. It's right there. You can say hello to everybody. Okay, bye. I'll let you out in a minute. Go play. Go play. Sorry. It's my big old baby. So Mona and I on art gallery. Yes, it's my Max. My Max. So on art gallery fabric, Mona bought stuff she didn't know that she was buying. She was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna buy. And I think Mona and I bought like 15 yards of art gallery fabric that night. I still have art gallery fabric. And we didn't know, it was exciting. It was the moment. We were trying to get the pieces nobody else got. And the thing was, Mona, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Mona knew what art gallery fabric really was. All she knows, oh yeah, the poppy cotton and polka dots. Mona and I have been on there, and I think Joyce has been on there, and Mike, and we'll start building, and Mike will say something, and Mike would make a comment. This is when we were all on So Yeah. Mike would make a comment about, I see you. And I mean, just randomly buying stuff. We had no clue. Hence, I got some fabric, and I've given a lot of it away, but I got fabric that I did not know what it was. I got it in. It was like, oh my God. Mona said, I had no idea what it was. I said, at least it's fine. It must be good. LOL. So it was like, yes, yes, Dad. Mike would call us out, but it was so funny. I mean, it's just so funny because it was like, well, Mona's not gonna outbuy me. I'm gonna get some of that too. um, so Terry said, I used to go there and do the same. I see you, but I stopped buying from them as well. I have not purchased from them in a little while. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, Andrea, can y'all see that or is that backwards? Did you get a picture of it? Oh, so dear. Oh, I tell myself every day that I don't need fabric. I have to use what I have, discipline. Now, there are some days, and I'm going to confess, there are some days that work is just so stressful, or I've had a really, really bad day that I just need fabric therapy. And I will go fill up my carts everywhere where I am and fill it up like I want this thread, I want this fabric. Oh, this line is nice, but I don't hit purchase. I don't. I'll go in the next morning and say, what was I thinking, and remove everything, delete everything, but maybe one item from my cart. Joyce said, I purchased some of the wreath kits. They're 1.5 strips or bigger. You get 60 of them for 13. Oh, that was a good price. Are the frog strips 2.5 inches wide? Maybe you could use it in jelly roll pattern. Um, so they're really different sizes. They're really good for an ice spike quilt, and they're also really good for a backing. Giovanna said, Lisa, can you take a picture of the salvage for Andrea? You could put it on Discord. I can. Was she not able to see that? Did I not leave it up long enough for her? But I can. Or let's see. I'm gonna type it in right now. So just give me a second. Ritalin for canvas. And this is Benertex. And it is called Totally Cool Stripe. Totally Cool Stripe. Oh, totally. Totally. Sorry, y'all. All right, Andrea. I typed in the information for you. So yeah, that fabric was good. And if you ever catch us on a live somewhere, but um, so I've been hunting around. I still iffy if I'm going to do an Advent box. I've been hunting around for it, but I kind of want to make just my own Advent box. And I was listening to Leanna, and she was saying that somebody had made their own Advent box and they had sent her one, and she didn't give out any information. But yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, Andrea. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm always here for, is to help everybody out. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh, Mona, that's a good idea. Lisa, yeah, are you talking about what's on my wall? You haven't seen what's in my bin, Terry. And I actually purchased more thread. Do you know why I purchased more thread? So I did not have enough thread I did not have variegated thread for George, because the variegated thread that I have is Aurifil, and it doesn't work well on George. So I bought more variegated thread from Signature. I think it's Signature Series thread. And all because, and I don't even know if she's still on here because she is, excuse me, it's work trying to call me. Um, I don't know if she's still on here, but Jessica on Discord showed this a feather um, for free motion quilting. So it was a feather pattern for free motion quilting. And it got me thinking, oh, the feather would really be cute on a peacock. Then we went on this peacock discussion. She showed a picture of Mike, my brother. How are you? We were talking about you earlier. Your ears must have been burning. So we went on this peacock discussion, and I have decided that I am going to do thread art on black fabric of a peacock, using making a peacock with a whole bunch of variegated thread, and just because of her. So now we're now yes, Mike, we were talking about how we used to get on that Mona and I would get on Soya, and Joyce was there, and Deb was there, but we would just randomly buy a whole bunch of stuff, and that you would get in there in the comments and say you were watching us. You saw us. We were, we were talking about our Soya Saturday nights. Oh, oh, but so yeah, I have a bunch of thread. I have this thing. It's like go all in. Just don't buy one spool. You go ahead and buy 20 or 30, because you may need it for 10 years from now. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to be working on. I have one quilt, that tumbler quilt. I have to bind, and I have to get my youngest grandson's quilt completed, and there is no more quilts until probably November. I'm just going to take the time to do some fun stuff, to explore, to make little cutesy things, to use up some of my scraps. No pressure, just get in here and play. Joe, I need a thread intervention. Yes, a thread intervention. My thread broke it. So, Terry, yes, I need a thread intervention. So I bought a whole bunch of variegated thread. I am gonna make and I probably will do it on George. And the reason why I did variegated thread was so I don't have to change the thread out all the time. If I was doing it on my Janome, then I could just change the colors as I want. But we'll see how that comes out, because I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, SMP is Joyce. You always win on there. You're so lucky. It does, Nikki. Thread does go bad after a while, but I can use some thread. Like I said, I'll get in here and I will just put some fabric together and play, because I like to free motion quilt. And I will just get in here and play, and that's where some of my ugly fabric goes. And for any of them that says There is no ugly fabric. You have not seen my stash yet. So, um, but anyway, thank you so much for coming out, for just hanging out with this pop up, uh, and helping me do the hard stuff. This is hard for me being by myself. This is really, really hard. It's like putting myself out there with no safety net. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you hanging out. If you are not, oh, thanks, Mike. Hugs back. I'm glad you dropped in for a minute. Um, thanks, Sherry. If you want and you are not part of our Discord channel, give me an email, or if Mona or Deb can drop the Discord link. We are sewing from 2 to 5 at my house Eastern time today. And Discord is not live. Nobody sees you except for the people who are there. It's a one and done thing. It's not videotaped. It is like we are all on a Zoom call, just sewing, chatting, talking, sharing, you know. I'm sorry, Leanna. I'm so sorry. So if y'all want to come in, Nikki loves and hugs to you and Jack, okay? Um, God, Alexa reminder. Yes, and we get great updates on everybody. Mona did what? Okay, yeah. So grab the Discord, join 2 o'clock Eastern. We normally meet at my house at 3:30 to 5, but because I'm off, we're going to extend it for a little while so we have a little bit more sew time. So go ahead and put your stuff in the crock pot or whatever you have to do and come hang out with us. And if I do not hear or see from you the rest of the week, I hope you guys stay safe during the 4th. Enjoy the 4th. If you have opportunity to be around families and friends, take that opportunity. Life is very, very short. Do the things you love. It's 2 o'clock Eastern time. So it's 2 to 5 Eastern time. It's handmade burgers tonight. Oh, that sounds good. I think we're having smoked sausage. I don't know. It's Thursday. I normally don't cook on Thursdays or Fridays. You're staying home, Leanna? Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I don't like to get out on the roads. And they've been setting off fireworks already. And my dog was on guard duty last night. He was just casing our house. He was just going up and down, up and down. He was ready to take out whoever was making that loud noise. Oh, Terry, that sounds good. Chocolate for dinner is always good. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go, and my husband will be home soon, so I have to get him some lunch ready because, yeah, that's the way I am. And I will see you at today in Discord. If not, we will see you back. Joe is live tomorrow at 10, Mona, and these are Eastern time. So Joe is live at 10 tomorrow. There is Mona at 1 o'clock. Deb will be at 3 o'clock, and I'm sure other people will pop up during the day as they take advantage of their day off. And so, but I will talk to you all later. You all have a blessed one. And Tiffy is all right now. Okay, I'm getting off, Andrea. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with me. Big loves. Bye.